See, I'm doing a great job over here by Evan.
Okay, this is number 2. One more.
Right, like at all.
Y'all just talk about.
All right, number 2 says -5. -5x squared minus 24x equals -5. So the directions I'm going to give you on this one say solve using the quadratic formula. Solve using the quadratic formula.
I have a question.
No.
Don't we have to add 5?
Yes, so the first thing you got to get it set equal to 0, just like when we factored. So +5 + 5, so -5x squared minus 24x plus 5 is all equal to 0. Now, somebody might be saying, but Ms. Helmers, you said your leading coefficient you want to make positive. Do y'all remember me telling you that? Well, I did. But when you use QF, this formula, you can do whichever way, all right? It doesn't have to be positive. When you factor, though, your leading coefficient needs to be positive. All right, so I want you to use QF. So that means we're going to list our A, our B, and our C after it is set equal to 0. So what's your A? -5, B is -24, and C is 5. All right, X equals, the formula is on page 47 if you need to look at it. Opposite of B, so what's the opposite of -24?
24.
24 plus or minus square root B squared. So that would be -24 in parentheses, right?
Yeah. -25.
Okay, so B squared minus 4 times A times C. So what are you going to times? A is -5 and times C, which is 5. All divided by 2A. So either do that in your head or off to the side. What's 2 times -5? -10. Okay, good. Okay, anybody remember? You might want to highlight this like I did so you remember what to type in next. You're going to type in everything under the square root, but not the square root. Type in everything under the square root, but not the square root. Hey, quiet. -24 squared minus 4 times -5 times 5. I got 676. Anybody else?
I did.
For under the square root? Okay, so 24 plus or minus the square root of 676, all divided by -10. Okay, now you make your two branches. So one of them's going to say 24 plus the square root of 676, all divided by -10. And the other one's going to say 24 minus the square root of 676, all divided by -10. Okay, make some notes on your paper if you don't remember how to type that in. The top gets typed in, then you hit enter, then divide by 10. So everybody practice that sequence of typing. Ooh, this is going to come up with a nice number. Whoops, I said enter divide by 10, but it's divide by what?
-10.
Yeah, -10. Make sure you do -10. Did anybody get a nice integer?
Yeah.
-5 for an answer? Okay, so the first one, it crosses at -5. And then let's see what this one gives us. I got 0.2. x is equal to 0.2. You could also have 1/5 if your calculator gives you 1/5. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.